Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Lisa's Love and Light. Thank you all for being here today. So, guys, I am sorry I'm on here late today. However, I'm on vacation, but it doesn't feel like I'm on vacation. It actually feels like, I don't know, I'm working or something because it's just been a crazy week with mishaps of things happening and et cetera and so forth. So, anyway, but I am here as I stated I would be. And thank you guys for being here and showing up and being patient with me. Um, I hope these messages are helping you. Thank you for the new subscribers and for all the views. You know, um, two of my videos received just a few days ago. Um, 1.6 thousand views. When I talked about pain and I talked about how I got through it, with the healing and doing the work, guys. The work is so hard. It is. And, I'm being honest with you guys. It's not easy, but it's well worth it because I promise you, as you do the work, you're going to see the results. And as you see the results, you're going to be happy that you did the work because it's going to be well worth it. Because staying in a place of pain and bitterness because somebody hurt you or did you wrong or whatever, it never ends well. It never amounts to anything good. So I had to learn to let all of that stuff go, because, if people use you, did something wrong to hurt you, or whatever the case may be. The key factor is to forgive because the forgiveness is for yourself, so that you can move on and enjoy your life. Because when you're in a place of bitterness and hate and all of that, you're stuck and stagnated. You can't grow, evolve, and heal. And the topic here, the key factor on this channel is to heal, grow, and evolve, and it's not easy, especially in this world we live in today. There's a lot of hate going around, and it seems like it's getting worse in your face kind of hate. And I'm about love and light, and even though I'm about that, I stay in prayer and meditation a lot, guys, because there's just a lot of toxicity. So I hope you guys are benefiting from all these videos and that you are taking these messages, what resonates with you, and applying it to your own situations. And I hope it's helping you. I really do, guys. I love you guys, because I know it's not easy. And I had to do a lot of this work by myself. That's why I started in a place of therapy, grief therapy, and just moving forward and just, not, I used to procrastinate a lot. Like, what am I going to do first? Am I going to do this? Am I going to do it this way? Am I going to go that way? And I stopped doing that. And, just getting up and doing what I have to do and getting it done, and I've made a lot of progress. It's not easy. I still have days of grief, guys, especially it seems Sunday evening, because that's the time that I used to have those conversations with my mom. My mom used to also cook a big meal on Sundays, and it just doesn't feel the same anymore. But yet, God is bringing me through it and helping me as I take these steps. I had something that really was that happened yesterday that was quite overwhelming. I'm going to use that word. And it just felt like walls closing in. And I kid you not, guys, I sat down, I took a step in a direction. And it was overwhelming because I'm on vacation. I don't want to deal with these things. But I forced myself to do what I had to do. Then I went into prayer with God. I just went into prayer for about an hour about how this was making me feel and what was going on with that situation. And this morning it got resolved, and I started jumping up and down, praising God because I made another call in reference to the situation. dealt with somebody entirely different and got the situation resolved within an hour. And I know this works, like I said, and I was praising God about it because as you take a step to help yourself, God is going to do the rest if you reach out to Him and ask Him to help you, guys. And you don't have to be religious, you don't have to be this, that. Just believe, have faith. And not just only have faith, just keep going and move it in a direction because you are going to see the results. It may not happen overnight, but you will see as you crawl, bite, and chew through. And when you have in those times where you just feel like giving up, go into prayer and ask God to help you. I promise you, as you keep taking steps, ask Him to help you, and He will come through, especially if your intentions are pure and in the right place. So, guys, with that being said, the topic of discussion today is stay true to yourself. It's easy in this world with all this toxicity and craziness and drama going on to say, you know what, I give up. But if you give up, who are you giving up on? You're giving up on self. And that's never okay because your mental and physical health will suffer, especially if you allow toxicity in and you don't set some sort of boundaries. And that's the hardest part of this journey for me. It was setting boundaries with other folks because as my therapist encouraged me over and over again to do that, I started to say, wow, I'm going to lose people out of my life if I set those boundaries because they were so used to me being subservient and being a doormat to them, being up late at night listening to people's problems, letting them put their burdens on me, knowing I got to get up early in the morning, go to work, and just giving too much while they were just throwing breadcrumbs my way. And therapy showed me that I am worth it too. You guys, you are worth it, and I had to do the work to understand why I was allowing that. And then as I set those boundaries, then some people respected them, many of them didn't. They just started disrespecting the boundaries and trying to hop, skip, and jump over them, and to the point where I cut off, block, and delete. And the reason why I had to cut off, block, and delete, because when someone disrespect you, they're showing you who they are. They're showing you behind the mask, what's behind the mask. And when they show you who they are, believe them the first time. Believe them the first time because what's to come moving forward, if you continue in that direction with these folks, will get worse and worse. And so it's the best thing I did is to move forward. I'm not the same person as I used to be because I don't let these things upset me as they used to. I used to be in a place where when someone didn't want to be bothered with me anymore, or they would use that because they knew that I didn't like to be how do I say it? Not alone, but I didn't like losing people out of my life. And it stemmed back from childhood. And they would play these little dumb games to see me jump, hop, and beg and please be there and stuff. And I don't do that anymore. If people don't want to be bothered with me, especially who I am today, okay, I wish you well. And that's it. I don't feel any kind of way about it like I used to because I learned to love me and that I am worth it. And guys, and as you do the work and you start feeling better, you start doing better, self-care, doing things for you that make you happy. Sometimes you can take yourself to a movie, take yourself to dinner, or whatever it is that you like. You don't have to rely on other people to go with you to do those things. That's the place I'm at, whereas before it's like, oh, I can't get her to go or this one to come with me, or so I don't go. But now I do things. I venture out and do what I need to do for me. If I want to go see that movie or whatever that play is, I'm going to go. If no one's available, I'm going to take myself and have a good time. And what I've noticed is that people who are not able to do that um, may not like themselves or like being by themselves at times. And it's okay because sometimes we all need to be alone at some time so that we can reflect, ponder over life and situations and things, you know, and it's okay. Um, so, make sure you guys have time alone for yourself on a daily basis, even if it's an hour or two. Do something that uplifts your spirit and make you feel good about yourself. You're gonna really be happy that you start doing these things because we all need time to ourselves. Resting is important, getting a proper rest. I drink a lot of herbal teas and things. And just resting and do things, exercise if that's what you're into. Um, take in as minimal toxicity as you can, take in as little. And sometimes people like to bring toxicity to your front door. Drama starters that I talked about a few videos back. Um, what I do to shut that down is that I just ignore it, pretend that I don't, pretend it's not there unless it requires that I do something more. And I had a situation like that not too long ago. And this, I nipped that in the bud because it had escalated to from A to B to C. And I had it taken care of, because at this point of my life, I'm not taking in the toxicity and pettiness that people are on and game playing. And if I have to lose some people out of my life, what it says to me, guys, is that they shouldn't be in my life anyway. Because if someone is supposed to be in your life, it's going to flow the way it's supposed to. You're going to have problems and situations. Maybe you don't agree with everything, but usually it flows. It's not going to be difficult. It's the same thing with dating and love. You know what I'm starting to learn? That if it's difficult from day one, then perhaps that's not supposed to be in your life. Perhaps that's not your soulmate. Perhaps that's not who's supposed to be in your life. Because if you're having difficulties from the beginning and problems and you're butting head like this and this is happening, that, then I look at it, okay, this is a lesson. This is not someone who's supposed to be here in my life. And then what I end up doing is just cutting it off. You know, as I said, my mental, physical health is everything right now. I'm learning to take time out more to take care of myself, my health, doing things to keep myself together. It's important that we do that because when you take in a lot of toxicity and there's a lot of arguments and disagreements and drama, that affects your mental and physical health. It causes all types of health problems that we don't need. People don't realize that, but it is when you're fighting and arguing with somebody all the time, going through some difficult situation around and around, it causes all types of problems, health wise, mental and physical. So it's important that we take care of ourselves. Let go of what no longer serves you, And what I mean by that, if it's not clicking and it's not enhancing your life and it's causing all types of drama and hell and disconnect, what I do is set boundaries. And if those boundaries are no longer working, then I cut off, block, and delete. And it hurts, guys, but not as much as it did in the beginning because now I'm at the point where I love myself enough to know that this is not for my highest good. And guys, get to the point where you can set boundaries and say, listen, I need to be over here taking care of me. And if this person or people or circumstances or whatever it is cannot understand that, then I need to set boundaries because boundaries is going to help you to stay on this path and journey and to take care of yourself. Boundaries is going to allow you to keep the toxicity at bay. Boundaries are going to help you to stay focused on you so that you can grow, heal, and evolve. Embrace life instead of just existing. For a while, I felt like I was just existing, especially after all the grief and losses of people dear to me who not walked out of my life, but they passed away. And it was very hard for a long time, especially with my mother and a good friend of mine, my dog. I even lost a partner a while back, who meant a lot to me. And it just went on and on and on. And it just felt like everything was just, you know, and I had to work and do the work. It's hard. And I still, from time to time, because I'm human like everybody else, and I have days where it's like, oh, but I keep going because I talk to God, and ask Him to help me. And then I don't sit and procrastinate over these things like I used to. I just get up and do what I need to do. And as I take those steps, guys, God does the rest. And that's what is helping me through this prayer, taking steps in a direction. Sometimes I get irritated with certain things, like what was happening yesterday, because I prefer to be doing something else instead of handling something that I already took care of because somebody made a mistake. And it's like, oh, come on. And the old Lisa came out for a minute. You know what? The hell with this. I'm not dealing with this because I need to be resting and doing, I wanted to do something else. But thank God I just went that extra mile and did what I had to do. And then this morning did what I had to do and it was taken care of, and just moving forward. So, guys, do things to uplift you, especially in a time that we're living in where we see so much disconnect, hate train, toxicity, drama. All those things belong on television, not in somebody's real life. So, keep going and moving forward. Just drinking some more of this tea because my voice is starting to fade away a little bit. And I'm going to go and rest as well. But I wanted to be here because I couldn't be here yesterday because of that specific situation that I had to take care of. But I'm here back again today, guys. Thank you for being here. Keep taking care of yourself. Remember, it's so important to start with therapy. And as you do the work with the therapist, you start to figure out what's going to help you as well. It's like that box of puzzles that I always use as a metaphor. You take out and turn over the box, you may have 1,000 pieces there. You don't know what the picture is until you start putting those pieces together and you see what it is. And it starts to make sense. Even though this may not make sense at this particular time, just keep moving forward to take care of yourself. Because as you feel better, you do better. And as you do better, um, you will be able not only to help yourself but also help somebody else, because you may be a blessing to somebody who may be going through something that you already went through, and you may tell them how you went through it, which may help them to get through it instead of being in a place of depression and despair. So let's continue to move forward to turn this pain into power, power into a purpose, purpose into paying it forward while we help ourselves and help someone else as well. That's the message today, guys. Thank you again. I will be back here again tomorrow. Not sure of the time again, but I will be here. So please subscribe to the channel, because in that way you will always know when I'm here, because you'll get a notification as to when I come on live. And thank you all again. This is Lisa shedding love and light. And you guys have a good evening, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye for now, guys. Take care of yourselves.